Hi everybody and welcome to Alicia Dianne, our channel on YouTube, and I'm excited to welcome you all to creating animal characters. So this is going to be fun. The last animal drawing video that I did was about hyenas, and we did some life drawing from hyenas. So now we're going to do some life drawing, well, not life drawing, we're going to do some hyena characters, so that's going to be a lot of fun. So grab your sketchbook, your pen, pencil, tablet or iPad or anything that you're going to be using to draw with, and go ahead and get that. We're going to be drawing right now. So I'm going to go ahead into my little drawing pad, which happens to be Adobe Photoshop, which is what I'm going to be using today to, if I can find my mouse. My mouse is being a little weird. Hold on a second. Oh my goodness, this is exciting. Let's see if that works. Okay, it does work. My mouse is still being a little bit weird though. So let me open this up and pull this down. So let me make my Photoshop window a little bit bigger so you guys can see a little bit better what I'm doing here. And I'm going to be using this app. It's a pretty cool app, and it's great for getting ideas and references when you're doing character design. If you're new to character design, don't worry about it. Just have fun. It's going to be totally a fun thing, a fun experience, and I want you to feel open and free with it. So let's just go ahead and get started. So the app that I'm going to be using, which I'm going to open up now, is called Character Design Shuffle, and that's an app by Steven Silver, and it's available on the App Store. It's really inexpensive. I know, unfortunately, it's not free, but it is like $2 or something. It's pretty cheap. So we're going to start with that, and I'm going to shuffle it up, and let's see what we come up with. Male chef hiking. So hyena male chef hiking. That should be fun. So let's look up. I'm going to look up some references, and what I do, and I'll see if I can share here really quickly. I'm going to go into my Google. So I'm going to share the window so you guys can see, and go into the Google, and let's put chef. Let's see what comes up. So let's look at some images. Okay, so I get some ideas of costumes here. This is what I'm here for. I'm here to find some ideas. I like this one. This one looks pretty cool. I like the little scarf around the neck. That's a good detail. A nice spoon. Let's see. What else can we find? Gordon Ramsay. He's a good one. Let's see, but he's got some good expression there. He's got the serious. Most of them have like a double-waisted suit. They got the little chef hat. I don't mean little like that, but you know what I mean. Oh, this one is good. That's pretty neat, actually. I like the little scarf he's got there. So maybe I'll use that as some reference to some pretty good ideas. And we're going to look back at hyenas also to get some visual reference for that. So even though we're doing a cartoon or caricaturized image, we still want to use some references of a real life hyena. So I do want to see what actual hyena looks like as I'm going ahead and doing the character design. So take a look at some of these. Wow, they have a really flexible neck. Look at that. That's crazy. Okay, so we're going to go back into Photoshop now. Now that we have some references, some ideas of what to shoot for, it will make it a lot easier as we're starting to sketch. And the sketch doesn't have to be incredibly, you know, fancy or anything like that. We just want to kind of play around with it and see what happens. And so I'm going to go ahead and use a red. Oh, dang it. Red swatch. Get my pen, and I'm going to go ahead and just start to sketch. So he's going to be hiking, and he's a male, so maybe he's a little bit tired. Maybe he's just like, this is a little bit too big. He's a little bit smaller. Or maybe he's just like, you want to get that really the posture down first. Yeah, I don't know why my video's not playing on YouTube, but let me see. Let's see what happens. He's hiking. I'm trying to think of myself. I love to hike. So I'm trying to think of myself right now, like as I'm doing this, like how do I look when I'm like maybe he's using like a big spoon as a staff. I was the first thing I thought of was like a walking stick. But maybe he's using like a big maybe chef spoon or something as his walking stick, like a ladle even maybe. And he's going up this hill. Maybe he's the only hiker type of thing that he has is maybe like some hiking boots. Because you can't hike without hiking boots, right? Well, you can, but you know, it's not nearly as comfortable. I definitely felt the difference when I bought myself some hiking boots. It definitely saves your feet and your grip a bit. You can feel like you're gonna fall right down if you have on the wrong type of shoe while you're out there hiking. Certainly, if you have on some sandals or something, that is totally not. Sorry, something I would recommend. So having the right shoes definitely helps. But I'm gonna keep him with the rest of his clothes are gonna be sort of chef-like, and maybe he's getting tired because he's been walking for a long time. He's like, ugh. He's hot, maybe. He's hot because the only thing he had to eat was maybe a pot roast or something. Something that's probably not really recommended for hiking. I don't really associate gourmet cooking much with hiking, as probably nobody does. But I'm sure it could come in handy, like if you were to, if you really know your thing about nutrition, that could definitely help you with hiking, because goodness knows it certainly helps to have the right nutrients in you when you're going to do a workout. And taking a hike, especially in the sun, man, that can be a real workout. Speaking of workouts, I just started like a new sort of workout regimen. I've been a runner for several years, but every once in a while I find I gotta like step my game up a little bit, you know? Just try and like, okay, I gotta do some, gotta like step it up a little bit or something. And he's gonna have his chef hat. And so what I've been doing is I'm changing my run from a 20-minute run to over the next 20 days, I'm going to do a 40-minute run. So I'm going to be doing it twice as long. And I'm a little bit nervous, but more excited than anything. It's really, um, it's a good thing to start a new workout regimen because you feel like you can really empower yourself and like just like get it going again. So if it's been a while and maybe you feel like you can you can do more than what you're doing, even if you are doing a lot, because 20 minutes is a good amount of time to run. But sometimes you just have to go that extra mile, quite literally. I think it is literally like extra mile that I'm doing. Oh, it's more than that probably, actually. No more than a mile in 20 minutes. Extra 2 miles or so. I think so he's hiking. Maybe he's hiking right here in my hometown of Santa Clarita. Well, not really my hometown, but my current city anyway. There's lots of hills and valleys. Maybe he's hiking through Santa Clarita, and you can kind of see the freeway to Los Angeles here, which is going to be way back there. You wouldn't be able to really see it, but that's kind of the gist of it. A little freeway, there's lots of mountains and hills all over Santa Clarita. There's lots of hills, mountains, and he's doing the most to get through this rugged terrain here. Maybe you see Hart Park, William Hart Park, which they had the Cowboy Festival. So if anybody was in Santa Clarita or the Los Angeles County, last weekend we had the Cowboy Festival right here at Hart Park, which is located in Newhall, Santa Clarita. It was a lot of fun. I went with my family for both days, so I really enjoyed that quite a bit. And if you are ever in town, you might want to check out the Hart Park Museum, which is a museum of the late cowboy movie star William Hart, who was an actor in the early 1900s, like in the very beginning of Hollywood. So it's a pretty cool museum, which used to be his home, so it's pretty nice. Would definitely recommend going to check it out. So this chef is almost complete. My little hyena chef. And he's trucking it up the hill. It might be hot outside. It's definitely hot out here in Santa Clarita. It's been pretty much 90 most days this week and last week. So definitely we're having summer already. Okay, so I think that's good for our chef. He is pretty good. I might maybe or maybe not clean up some of these sketches. Maybe he should have something chefy with him, like I'm gonna do, now that I think of it, Santa Clarita, and there's lots of rattlesnakes. I just told you guys to go hiking out here, and there's lots of there are a lot of rattlesnakes. There was one on the path last weekend that I was warned about by the hikers just above me, and they showed me the pictures and everything. So that is definitely a threat. There are rattlesnakes in Santa Clarita. Or maybe the snake is in the way. You better watch his footing, because there are snakes in the mostly desertous Southern California terrain. A lot of people that have never been here don't really realize that a lot of Southern California is desert. So there's a rattlesnake, so beware. Beware, Chef Hyena. And what else can I put? There's first sparse grass, but there is grass. There's water towers pretty much everywhere, so we're constantly in a drought. Maybe there's a little water tower here and there. You know that you are in Santa Clarita. And there are a bunch of oil rigs actually too, so maybe there's an oil rig. And there he is. He's hiking in Santa Clarita, and he is Chef Hyena. And that's about it. Let's do another one. And let's see what the next one is going to be. Maybe I'll put an expression on there too, and an age. See what happens. So we've got our hyena, who is going to be male Old West bartender reading a book. He's 55 to 64, and he is hopeful. Okay, that sounds pretty good. It's a lot of detail, so let's go ahead and let's look and see what an Old Western bartender looks like. I kind of have an idea already in my mind, kind of like the stripy shirt, maybe with a little hat or something like that. Kind of feeling like a little kind of railroady. Let's see. Let me go back into the Google and see what the Google has to say. Come on, Google. Okay, Google. Competing with what's her face now? The Amazon lady, so you better step your game up, Google. What's her name? I don't know what her name is, but she does have a name. Gosh, not Siri. Siri's kind of, I don't know. Siri needs to step it up too. But okay, Google, I'm looking for a Western bartender. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Like the stripy thing. That's kind of what I had in mind, but this gives me even better idea. I love the mustache. That's great. This is like perfect. That's like totally what you'd expect. A pinstripe vest, a little KFC thing going on, and a mustache and a little hat. That's like right on fleek. I know that's a horrible term to use, but it's exactly like on point with what I was kind of thinking about, what I wanted to do with that. So I think that's pretty much perfect. It's the sort of look I'm going for. And he's still gonna be a hyena, so let's go ahead and go back into Photoshop window and see what happens. Let's see, what we can we do? Let's see, so he's gonna be reading a book. So I'm gonna take a quick glance at my hyenas again and see what they look like. Alright, so let's see what we can find with this. Reading a book. Alright, so I'm trying to get his gesture down first. Maybe he's just kind of hanging out. Maybe he is. Just gonna get the gist of what I'm going for really quickly down first. Maybe he's reading something very interesting. And let's see. Include his foot here. A little bit of a paw. And let's see what else he can do. And maybe he's in one of those, since he's I'm trying to think. Maybe he's in an old-timey chair, but maybe he should be in a bar stool, huh? That might be a little bit cooler. Maybe he's just in a bar stool. Yeah. Old-timey Western bar stools. I don't know what an old-timey Western bar stool looks like, but I would picture kind of like, I can kind of imagine. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna put something on the tube real quick. Oh, the in-person group is not on Netflix anymore. That sucks. Maybe I'll just, I don't know if Eldorado is any good, but I guess I'll put it on. Since Emperor's New Groove is not on here anymore. And he's supposed to be hopeful, so maybe he's seeing, I was going to make him look perplexed, but he's hopeful. So maybe something pretty cool in here. Trying to make a hopeful expression. Hopeful is kind of like finding insight too, I kind of feel like maybe you had a realization about something that you didn't see before. Well, Mr. Hyena, bartender, is hopeful. While reading, what can he read that's hopeful? Maybe what would a bartender read? First thing I'm thinking is like maybe he's reading the Bible or something. Maybe he needs some inspiration. Maybe he's reading a Joel Osteen book. Hey, that'd be good. Maybe he's getting some really realization with that. He's like, this is not bad. And he's got like some poofy. I always draw the body before I even think about putting the clothes on them, just because you want to know what you're putting the clothes on. That's really, really important. I think a step that a lot of new artists might not get. I know that I didn't get that at first when I was just learning drawing, especially in the beginning. So it's definitely important to get the body down first, and then you can put the costume over it. And that's why it's important too to just draw in the beginning pretty loose and keep it kind of fun and free flowing, so you can go and put it on and not worry about, what's per se happening with the lines, because you'll go back, and if you do a really rough pencil like this, I'm doing the red, and if I was to clean it up, I would open up a new layer, and or if I was and do the solid ink on top of it with a solid black. But if I was doing it on paper, it'd be the exact same thing. I would just sketch it out with a Prismacolor coal erase pencil, red or any other color, and then go over it with an ink pen, like a micron. And it will be the exact same process, only now I'm doing it digitally, but it's the exact same thing if you want to do it traditionally. I love being here, by the way. I missed you guys. I haven't recorded in a minute. I think I did record Bigger Friday last week, but unfortunately, I don't know. I think I need to get another recording camera or something, because this one that I've been using, it's actually made for stop motion. It's a webcam, but it is made for stop motion, and sometimes the mic doesn't turn on, which can be a problem. And I'm not really feeling that, because I pretty much only record these live, so I don't get to go back and edit and then figure out the sound later. Like, what you hear now is like me recording live, and I don't have a backup. And speaking of that, I should record my audio separately, just in case, when that happens in the future, until I can get myself another recording microphone and stuff like that. But in the meantime, it's just me, no script, no nothing. I'm just, winging it. Not really wing. I don't want to say winging it, because that kind of demeans the thing. But I'm coming here, kind of, what is the word? It's not winging it. It's well, it's kind of winging it. But I have a game plan, I read, the whole point is for me to come here and kind of, show my process, and hopefully it helps somebody. So if that's swinging it, then so be it. But I know that all different people from all different levels in life and levels in art, and come on YouTube to hear different perspectives. And I know that there's some things that I've learned over the last however many years that I've been working in art. Lots of things that I think can be helpful to at least somebody, whether you're beginner, intermediate, or you're just new to cartooning in general. Maybe you've been doing a lot of paintings and frescoes or something like that, but you've never done cartooning. Well, then maybe I can teach you something. Maybe you could teach me something too. So if you have a YouTube channel and you're a professional painter, then you can forward it to me. I do painting too, actually, and I'm talking a lot, but I do paintings also. I've done several oil, acrylic, watercolor, mixed media. I just love making art. And I love, actually, I'm finding that I love performing art too, because I love to dance. And I'm really enjoying that a lot. In my free time is taking some dance classes, and I really think that's fun. Sometimes when you're creative, you gotta find different outlets to be creative in. And I find it a fun process for me. Okay, so here is our old Westy Timey. And I got that old timey thing from my son has been reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And there's this one story in there where his brother is working at his first job or something at an ice cream parlor, and it's called the old timey ice cream parlor, and it has this funny picture of It looks to me, I'm from New York, so it reminds me of the Coney Island guy. If you guys have ever been to Brooklyn, you know, like the old Coney Island guy. I don't know if he has a name. I think he does have a name. But it's like this old illustrated face, similar to like the Mad magazine face, but like really old school, like 1800s style, freak show ish, you know, type of deal. And so I'm gonna really quickly um, sketch in like a bar top here. I was gonna make a couch, and that's why I put like the couch cushion, but I decided maybe I'll just make him actually at the bar since he's a bartender. Maybe he's just, you know, taking a break or something, or maybe he just closed shop. Who knows? I'm sorry, I just burped. And maybe he's just, you know, I don't know what time. They have like these funny, I haven't been in a pub in a long time. Maybe I need to go to one. It's been a long time. I haven't been in a pub in a long time. So I don't remember, like, I'm trying to do like the stained glass lighting of like the old timey ones. And let's see. Maybe there's the old time, I keep saying old time. You know, those old fashioned like liquor bottles with like the X on it. I don't know that they still use those, probably not. You know, maybe he's closer in the background. You know, you want to make it a little bit interesting. And you always want to add a second character. Like, from everything that I've heard from industry professionals, and I may not have worked in a studio before, but I still consider myself to be somewhat professional, especially in the research that I continue to like do and try to learn more and more. And I think after you've done enough. Yeah, honey.
Can I try one of those blueberry cakes?
Sure. Just take a half of one though, because you're gonna get dinner soon.
Okay. You recording right now?
You wanna say hi to YouTube? It's all right. Nobody can see you, honey. It's okay. I can. I'm live. There he goes. He does not like to be in the public eye. That's there he goes. So please. Doing okay. And here we go. Yeah, I don't know what else they would have. Maybe like a cash register. Overtime one. And a little money. And I gotta do a second character. Maybe I'll put him right here. And I'll do a rat. Looking at him like, ooh. It's like, what are you learning from that thing? And the rat is just like looking up at him like, maybe he even has like his little his little bottle right here. He's like, what? And he has a little bottle of tonic. Why would a maybe it's a cheese tonic. Can't really do a cheese symbol here. It's too small, but I just thought that'd be kind of funny. Okay, so there we do. We had our chef who was hiking, and we have now our old-timey Western bartender who is reading and coming across some very interesting stuff. So that is pretty cool. And we'll do one more. Let's go ahead and try for one more. And so right now I'm gonna go to search and let's shuffle it up. And this is a composer doing a hula hoop. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know what to look for in a composer, but what is a composer supposed to look like? Like a conductor, kind of? Let's see. So I'm going to go into Google one more time. And let's see if I can switch it over. And go ahead into the Google and see if we can find a composer. So mostly I'm seeing like a conductor stylish. Like that one. That's kind of nice. And he's a musician. Of course, it's like more modern composer, I'm sure. Like with all the digital, doing everything like goes right into the computer. Gonna be cool. Gosh, if only I could understand what in the world that means. I have no clue. I can never do that. Look at that. That's cool. Look at the crazy hair. That's just something to recognize. The stance. You really like feel the music. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so mostly I'm getting like conductors. So I guess a composer and a conductor is a similar position. I'm sure if someone composes a song, they're probably the same person that conducts it. I don't know that much about the music that much, but I'm just, putting out there that makes sense to me. I don't know if that makes sense in the music world, but you never know. And so I'm going to go back into Photoshop. And go ahead and do a composer. So right now I'm going to look really quickly what a hyena looks like again. Try to keep that in my mind's eye. Okay, so the composer who is doing a hula hoop, and that's it. He's a composer doing a hula hoop. Okay. So I'm seeing, first of all, it's a very straight back, but the hyenas, they have a very crooked back. So I'm trying to figure out how to balance that out. Let's see. So maybe he is upright with his back. Trying to get some ideas, just kind of roughing it out in my mind. Maybe he has that sort of glancing look about him, that sort of elegant look about him. I don't like his eye. It just looks kind of dead to me. Maybe it's more like a longing eye. Maybe because this is creating characters, not just making a random sketch. We want to have personality in the drawing. So I want to incorporate some personality. And maybe his ears are not per se up or down, they're just kind of scooch back along with his elegant looking hair. And perhaps he has a nice bow tie going on here. And okay, I heard something really going on outside. I don't know what people are doing, but somebody's excited. Somebody is certainly excited and making a bunch of noise out there. Somebody is shouting. I don't know if it's today is like a sporting event, but somebody is going after it, like major hardcore. Okay, he is going to be holding his little musician instruments, and notice I just did the hands before I even figured out where I was putting the arms. I just wanted to get the angle right, and then you can kind of play with where you put the arms. As long as you don't put, as long as you put them at a distance and an angle that you can, that feels believable, then you can kind of work out where the arms go exactly. I can figure it out after the fact. And that just takes, practicing with your proportions and learning how things work. Like if I was to put them like at an awkward place, like maybe here, it might not work, especially with the angle. But once you've just practice with it and play around with it, and don't be mad at yourself if it doesn't come out like, you know, exactly how you want it to the first time. It will work eventually. You just have to give it a time. And so he's got a hula hoop, and perhaps he has multiple because he's so talented. And Mr. Hyena is like really working it. And perhaps he's got his nice trying to make him look really smooth. While he's working these hula hoops here. And maybe I'll just give him little tiny like this. He can pull it off. And no shoes because he doesn't really need shoes if he's a hyena. He doesn't need hula hoops or a conductor's band if he's a hyena either. But oh well, it's my show, I guess. So here he is, little spots and stuff. He is still a hyena. He is still looking smooth. His hair is here. And let's go ahead and put some. It's gotta have at least one person playing an instrument. Like I said before, you gotta have at least two characters to make it like really a story. And make it interesting enough for people to really want to look at it long enough. And so maybe the person on the piano is really into it. And it's a lion, why not? Just going after it on the piano. Which they are bitter enemies. I am told through the geographics and such that the lions and hyenas are immortal enemies, not enemies. And so he's over here playing that, and of course you have your stage. So I'll do like a mock stage and maybe like some audience members. Gotta have an audience if you're gonna have an orchestra. I'm not gonna go about and do the whole orchestra right now. And he's in the spotlight because even though he's the conductor, he's still the composer. And he's hula hooping for goodness sakes with 3 hula hoops. So he's got the spotlight, why not? Spotlight is on him. He is doing a heck of a job conducting this audience. Conducting this musician band with a live audience. And that's about it, folks. Well, that is it for this session of creating animal characters. I hope you guys had fun. Again, the name of the app that I'm using as a reference to just to spur up some ideas is called Character Design Shuffle, which is made by Steven Silver. He's a great character design teacher, and I hope you guys enjoyed this time. I really enjoyed it. I had a great time with you all, and tune in next time for Figure Friday, and we'll be back for more animal drawing. So thanks for tuning in, and in the meantime, dream big, live balanced, be grateful, and be yourself. See you next time. Bye bye.